Hi guys, I've got to tell you, I am blown away by the love and support that you guys have shown me on this channel. I started this video series about 2 days ago, and we are already over 100 subscribers. Guys, this is just absolutely incredible. It takes me about 6 hours every single day to put these videos together, and I just wasn't sure if you guys were getting value out of them. I wasn't sure if they were really helpful. So the comments that you guys have posted on the videos over the last few days, the new likes, the new subscribers, it just goes to show me that these videos are valuable to you guys, that you're getting a lot of good information out of them, and they're helping you out. So thank you all so much for the love and the support that you've shown me over the last 2 days. We're going to continue to make these videos and continue to help you out so that you can profit day and night. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Scott Curry. I used to work as an analyst for Merrill Lynch and Morgan Stanley, and now I analyze stock picks from the top 15 YouTubers. I then compile all of my analysis into a daily video that I post right here on this channel. I spend hours every day watching YouTube videos so that you don't have to. All you have to do is watch this one video each day, and you will get every single stock pick from the top 15 YouTubers. All I ask in return is that you hit that like button and subscribe to get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. All right, before we get into today's stock picks, I just want to remind everyone that I am not a financial advisor, and none of the YouTubers I analyze are financial advisors either. This is purely for entertainment purposes only. Okay, let's get into it. The first stock that we're going to talk about today is AQMS. This is Aqua Metals. They are a lead recycling company. This is going to be important with Biden entering office. The best part is that they're going to start licensing their lead recycling technology to other companies. Licensing can be a huge profit booster because it increases revenue without increasing costs. This is a penny stock though, so expect short-term volatility. As with all penny stocks, there's a lot of risk in the short term. If you like this company, you can go ahead and buy it now. Next up is BABA, Alibaba. Now, we talked about this stock yesterday. I said not to touch this stock with all the negative news coming out about it. But today, Charlie with Zip Trader said that he thinks Alibaba will be just fine if Jack Ma has to step down. But he does expect the stock to drop more before it bottoms out. There have now been 4 YouTubers who have mentioned this stock, and they all agree that you should wait to buy this stock. Next up is going to be BNGO. BNGO, of course, has been on absolute fire lately. 10 out of the 15 YouTubers I follow have mentioned this stock. And look at this drop. Down 31% today, down another 8% after hours. YouTubers have been warning about a sell-off on this stock for a few days now. The good news is that this stock still has a lot of positive catalysts coming up next week. Dead Inside also mentioned that he does not think ARK Invest will start buying the stock until after they get FDA approval. BNGO is expected to make an announcement on whether or not they are getting FDA approval on Monday, January 11th. So long as the stock stays above $2, it will perform very well in the long term. This stock has a buy-under price of $3 and an ideal buy-in price of $2. So if it does get below $3, that would be the best time to buy. The price target on the stock has been increased to between $10 and $30. Next up is going to be CAN. CAN is another Bitcoin stock. It is a mining company. So if you're looking to get Bitcoin coverage, this could be a good stock for you. Next up is CHEK. This is CHEK. 3 YouTubers talked about the stock today alone. This company creates a screening device for cancer. There's no new news other than the fact that people are starting to talk about it, and that's why it's going up. As with most of these stocks that go up very fast, they could continue to go up or they could crash. This would be a good long-term hold, but it's very risky in the short term. It could go up 1,000% or it could go down 50%. However, Jack Spencer is calling this stock the next BNGO. Next up is CLSK. CLSK is a Bitcoin stock that we talked about yesterday. They just acquired a Bitcoin mining company. They're also an energy company, which is an industry that's also expected to go up. And the YouTubers who have mentioned the stock say that it's safer than the other Bitcoin miners because it does have that energy play to go along with it. So if you're looking to acquire a Bitcoin stock, but you don't want to take all of the risk of the other Bitcoin stocks, this might be a good one for you. Next up is CRSP. CRSP is a genomics company. StockMo just bought this, and it looks like it bottomed out after going down for a week and is now at a safe buying point. The buy-under price on this stock is $160. The ideal buy-in price on this stock is $150. We're already at $160, and look after hours, it actually dropped below that. So if you like this company, go ahead and buy it right now. The short-term price on this stock is $170, but StockMo actually likes this as a long-term hold. The next stock on our list today is FRSX. FRSX develops autonomous technology for EVs. There's no new news, but it looks like this has bottomed out and is starting to go back up. Okay, next up is FVRR. FVRR is Fiverr, which is a competitor to Upwork. It's growing faster than Upwork and has a sustained, solid uptrend. This stock looks great both technically and fundamentally. StockMo thinks this stock will double in 2021. This is a long-term play. Next up is GIK. GIK is another EV SPAC. There's nothing super unique about this EV SPAC from all the other EV SPACs, but if you like EV SPACs, I did want to get this one on your radar because only one YouTuber has mentioned it so far, so it hasn't mooned yet due to hype. And it's relatively cheap as far as SPACs go. Next up is HUYA. HUYA is another Bitcoin company. It was falling for quite a long time. However, it does look like it bottomed out here and is starting to go back up. If you kind of follow this trend line down here, you can see that it broke through and now we're on the upside. Now, Charlie wanted to buy this stock cheaper, but it's already started to turn around. Now, Charlie said earlier this morning that if this stock broke through $21.50, that it would continue to go up. As you can see, it did in fact break through $21.50 today. So this would be an excellent stock to buy now as both a recovery play and a Bitcoin play. Next up is JAGX. JAGX continues to rise. You can look at this as a COVID recovery stock. There's still a $5 price target on this in the short term, but just keep in mind that the recent rise in price is based entirely upon rumors. They have 5 new drugs in the pipeline, but most of them are still in phase 1 trials. The good on this stock are that revenue continue to rise and insiders continue to buy. While the facts alone don't justify a $5 price on this stock, the rumors do. The risk is that the rumors turn out to be false and this stock comes crashing back to $1. If you invest in the stock, put a trailing stop loss on this in case it goes down. Next up is JMIA. The current cool-off on this stock is due to the stock going up too fast. The hype is cooling off, so wait for this to continue to drop until a new catalyst comes along. The buy-in price on this stock is $35 with an ideal buy-in price of $30. You don't want to catch a falling knife on the stock, so wait for it to bottom out. Once it does bottom out and start to go back up, there's a price target on the stock of $80, which represents a 121% gain from today's closing price. Next up is Li Auto. You know, I've got to tell you guys, the EV hype train is still alive and well. Li is one of the most underrated EV stocks. Charlie over at Zip Trader thinks this will get back to the $45 to $50 range soon. That gives you a 61% upside if it hits the high end of that target. This stock had a buy-in price of $40 with an ideal buy-in price of $30. It got below that already. It has bottomed out. It's starting to go back up. This is an excellent buy at this point. If you wanted to get into EVs, but you feel like Tesla and NIO are already overpriced, Li is a great buy. Next up is MARA. We talked about this stock yesterday. They were up 23.43% today. However, I still feel like this is an ideal price to buy in if you expect Bitcoin to continue to rise higher. As with all of these Bitcoin plays though, make sure you put a trailing stop loss on this in case Bitcoin starts to crash. Next up is NIO. Okay, I said to expect volatility to increase as we get closer to NIO Day on January 9th, and that's what we saw today. Nobody said this stock would only go up. Granted, we're only down 0.54% today, but this just goes to show that stocks do not only go up, they do go down also. YouTubers said that this stock would get between $57 and $65 by the end of this week. Because of the decrease in price today, this stock is an even better buy than it was at the end of yesterday. Okay, our next stock is QS. Everybody says QS will continue to fall in the short term. There was a rumor that their technology is not solid. Also, they're doing a stock offering soon. Further, they're not going to start generating revenue for another 2 to 3 years. Do not try to catch a falling knife. Just let this stock continue to fall before you even think about getting into it. If you want to, you might even want to buy a put option on this stock. Next up is SBE. SBE is one of the most popular stocks on YouTube right now. It has been mentioned by 8 YouTubers. SBE is a SPAC that is merging with ChargePoint Energy. ChargePoint is an EV charging station company. This is a long-term play for the next 3 to 5 years. Now, typically with SPACs, they go up prior to a merger and then they go down after the merger. However, when it comes to SBE, the merger is coming up on January 15th, but it's already dropping. At its current price, this is a good buy. However, I do not like trying to catch falling knives, so I'm waiting for the stock to bottom out and show signs of turning around before I buy it. Some YouTubers are buying the stock now, and I think that's fine if this is a long-term play for you. This could continue to go down, or it could turn around and go up into the merger next week. This stock is risky in the short term, but as a long-term investment, this stock is a good buy. Now, we did have a buy-under price on this stock of $35 with an ideal buy-in price of $32. As you can see right here, it dropped below the buy-under price today, so this stock is a good buy price right now. We do have a price target on this stock of $50, which represents a 37% upside if the stock gets to the target price. Next up is a stock that I'm sure you all are getting very excited about. This is SKLZ, which is skills. This was mentioned by 3 YouTubers today. It is a new stock that just completed their SPAC merger. This is the first publicly traded mobile esports platform. As you can see, it's already had its post-merger drop, and now it's starting to go back up. ARK Invest just decided to buy this stock. They have $250 million in cash and no debt. So the balance sheet is very strong. They are giving guidance of revenue doubling over the next 2 years. It's rare to find a new stock with a solid balance sheet. So this should be a safe investment if you decide to buy it. The only downside of this stock is the risk of regulatory changes. With this company's app, you play games for money. That's not considered gambling because your winnings are based purely upon skill. However, if regulators decide to change their definition of gambling to include online gaming, then this stock could see a significant drop in value. We have a buy-under price on this stock of $21, an ideal buy-in price of $17. I'm not sure if it's going to get there again. It did hit that today. The price target on the stock is $29. Next up is SRAC. This is another SPAC, and it's the closest thing you can get to buying SpaceX. This company is merging with Momentus. The merger is expected to take place in the first quarter of 2021. This is the only pure space stock on the market. There are other space stocks such as SPCE, Virgin Galactic, but those are mostly focused on space tourism rather than space infrastructure. Momentus builds a space transfer vehicle which helps satellites reach their precise orbits. Their key partners and customers include SpaceX, NASA, Lockheed Martin, and many more. In the very long term, they want to get into asteroid mining. In the short term, this is an extremely risky stock because when you're talking about space, there are a lot of things that can go wrong. However, as a long-term play, this could be extremely profitable. If you do decide to buy this stock, plan to hold it for 3 to 10 years. This is a long-term stock and should not be swing traded. Next up is Tesla, TSLA. Okay guys, 4 YouTubers have mentioned this stock and they are saying it is time to sell this. Remember, we had a price target on this stock of $750. It's near that price. In the short term, this will come back down. We're looking to buy this again back under $650. So take your profits on Tesla. Everybody thinks this is about to go back down. Next up is WBA, Walgreens. Now we do have some new news on Walgreens today. An online healthcare company that was starting up just disbanded today. That company could have caused major competition for Walgreens, but now that it's gone, Chris Sain thinks Walgreens will go up. We have a buy-under price of $40 with an ideal buy-in price of $39. Next up is WKHS, Workhorse. Okay, as you guys know, Workhorse got a contract yesterday for some EV vehicles. Now this contract that Workhorse got yesterday was just the start. They have a lot of other contracts in the works, so expect the stock to continue to go up. I removed the buy-under and ideal buy-in prices on this stock because it's just not going to drop back down to $17. This stock is now a buy at $22.43. Informed Trades just increased their price target to $30, and StockMo thinks the stock could double in 2021. Finally, I want to talk about UVXY. Now, we talked about this stock yesterday, and I told you that I thought it was going to go back down today, and in fact it did. However, I have a very compelling reason to buy the stock again tomorrow pre-market. Larry Jones thinks that the stock market is going to have a correction soon. A correction is a drop greater than 10% but less than 20%. He thinks the catalyst for this correction will be the Georgia Senate race being won by both Democrats. If that happens, then Democrats will control both the House and the Senate, as well as the presidency, and the stock market will not like that. When Democrats take control of the country, the stock market historically drops for 2 to 3 weeks, but then recovers and goes up in the long term. This is a risk to all stocks, so you might want to consider UVXY as a hedge in the event of a market correction. As I said yesterday though, UVXY is designed to go down over time. You can see that here on this chart, and you can see it more on the weekly chart, and you can really see it on the monthly chart. So this needs to be a short-term swing trade that is held for no more than 3 days at a time. If you aren't that active of a trader, then your best bet is to sell your stocks and take profits and just hold on to cash for now. StockMo agrees with Larry's analysis, and I also agree. To collaborate this even further, there was an article on Yahoo Finance that also said that Georgia's Senate runoff race could trigger a 10% correction in the market. The market is overdue for a correction anyway, and the Georgia Senate runoff could be the catalyst that's needed to kick off the correction. So, how should you play this? Well, if both Democrats win the Georgia Senate runoffs and the stock market starts to go down pre-market on Wednesday, then you can sell some of your short-term stocks and buy UVXY pre-market. I would only hold for a day though. I don't normally recommend day trades on this channel, but in this case, I think it makes sense. Also, note that the stock market is not guaranteed to go down if both Georgia Senate races are won by Democrats. When Biden won the presidential election, the stock market actually went up. So wait for confirmation that the market is going down before buying UVXY. I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. Comment down below what your favorite stock pick is. And if you want to get some free stock, sign up for Webull through my link in the description below. That helps you out, and it also helps the channel out. And finally, remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and I will see you tomorrow.